Perfect. All right, it is Monday again. That means another community meeting. Let's start with the previous action items. The first one was David to test a new mobile site as a user and visitor. I have an
Yes,
update
and
on that.
yes, and you already know. Like I tried, but it didn't work. So I hear that it's gonna be checked in either today or tomorrow. So it's not
Yeah,
testable at the
exactly.
moment.
So, right. So it isn't landed. It hasn't landed yet. Thanksgiving was in the way, so we couldn't get it reviewed. But as far as we can tell, it will land either later today or early tomorrow. And then, yes, please test this. So you can go again on the Etherpad that I'm going to link from here, and you will see that there is a rollout plan for this. So essentially, actually, we were hoping that we would be able to roll this out tomorrow. But since Thanksgiving got in the way there, we will move this to next week to roll out. And you can see all the steps that we are going to go through before we release this to make sure that all of them work. If you see any path that isn't listed on the Etherpad and you think should still be tested and should work, please make sure that you add it to that list. And yeah, bearing that, we will release this next week, next Tuesday, with the sprint starting then.
So
Yes,
one question
David.
about, yeah, so my action item remains basically, and I moved it down to the decisions and action items for this week instead. But my question is, does that apply to the champions testing too? I assume that everyone
Yes.
needs to wait until tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow is just the part where we land the forum. So if your area is not touched by the forum, then you can do all your testing already. So nothing is going to change there. And we still need your feedback to make sure that we can consider your bugs for the next sprint, which is starting tomorrow. All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
So the next one is, yeah, you mentioned the champions. The next area is the SUMO development update. Yeah, so basically that was the one update that I wanted to give. It's regarding the mobile release, which is happening next week, hopefully, provided that we don't find any big issues that we can't fix until then. And we have the current sprint that is ending tomorrow, of which the mobile redesign was one big part. The other big part was the alternate tools, which we have almost finished by now. So let me talk a little bit about the next sprint that is starting tomorrow, which is focusing again one part on the alternate tools. The other part will actually be the mobile redesign in this, but in this case it will be about fixing issues that are coming up. So we know that there are a number of issues. We will take them in this sprint, and we will take everything that we find within this week also and fix that as soon as we can. So we're leaving some time during this sprint for fixing, so we can actually release this next week. Other than that, one big thing I would want to highlight is the Get Involved page that is going to be completely redesigned, which actually already has a visual design. We are going to implement that. It looks awesome, and hopefully we can present you with that Get Involved page next week. You can have a look at that. I'm really excited about that.
There's a bug where you can track the design, I think.
Yeah, there is. Actually, the whole thing, the Sprint 23 is linked from here. So if you click on that link, you will see all of the items listed here and a bunch of other ones, smaller ones, fixes that I didn't include in this overview. Yeah, there you can also track the Get Involved page. I love the design. Okay. Yeah, so that's basically it for SUMO development. Any questions? Okay. Next one coming up is UX, and right now Bram is mostly working on fixing up stuff that is coming up, smaller sites, stuff for the mobile, stuff for contrast issues, but nothing big that we're working on currently, also because he's mainly focused on the marketplace redesign, which is a huge part of his work. Yes, but I will still ask him to update these weekly meetings. It was great to have his updates here. So yeah.
Sounds good.
Any questions regarding that? Apparently not. Then let's look at the roundtable. Okay, seems kind of empty this time. Any roundtable items that we should be talking about? Anything ad hoc? No? Okay, I guess it was a short week, so that makes sense. Maybe next time. Yeah, the next one is Firefox Desktop.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you all know, Firefox 17 launched last week, and it made for a very busy holiday weekend. So a few things that we're tracking right now. So the first one is there's a font issue on Windows. We have a workaround. Seems to be related to Azure. There's a patch in place, but we're not sure if that's going to land in 1701 or if it's going to be something that will land in 18. And somebody just deleted all of my notes from the... Oh, no, they didn't. Sorry.
Oh, no, I didn't. I just cleared the colors because
Gotcha,
I
okay.
couldn't read. Sorry, I couldn't read the purple text. Or sorry, the background.
Yeah, no worries. The next thing is we had to block Tab Mix Plus, and it's a really, really popular add-on. So it was causing issues with some of the menu items in Firefox. So you'd click on them, they wouldn't do anything. Because we blocked it, we're getting a lot of complaints about that. I did get an article created over the weekend that suggests using the development version from the author's website. Doesn't seem to have any issues with that.
Okay, now I was actually deleting it just to tease with you, but back again. Just wanted to see if I could get a reaction.
David. Yeah. There was a user agent change in 17, and it's causing some website conflicts. The most notable is with the FCK editor. We're tracking that and seeing if that's going to be something that the authors or the website authors will fix on their own, or if it's something that we're going to have to fix. And the last thing is we're seeing some issues with exception settings for cookies. There's already a bug open. There is a workaround for it. It's not a very elegant workaround. So this may be something that we're going to need to fix in maybe a point release, depending on how big the issue becomes. So those are the things that we know about right now. There should be more detailed information in the 17 issues thread. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out.
What are your recommendations for knowledge-based articles and forum contributions? Like what's the status of these issues? Are they documented, or should do we have an FAQ for contributors?
So I got a article written for the Tab Mix Plus issue, and it's already linked in the Hot Topics section. I did that over the weekend. We may want to get an article in place for the font issues and possibly even the exceptions settings. There is a workaround, but again, they're not very elegant. They involve, about config changes. So it may be a little too complicated for some people to do. I don't think it would hurt, though. So maybe I can talk to Michael about that later today, and we can work something out. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, or maybe it's just enough to have kind of a. I guess we did post about this in the contributor forum, so people know. About these issues if they're, if people are helping in the forum. I just want to make sure that people are prepared for these things, since they're more frequent now in the forum. All right, thanks for the update.
Yeah, thanks for the update. Any questions about this? Any other questions, I should say? All right, if that is not the case, Firefox for Android, who's going to take this week? Is there anyone who could take this?
Roland, do you have any updates? Rolando.
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
You're muted.
We cannot hear you.
Oh, sorry. No major issues from feedback, and I'm going to do a double check of the forums today.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Any questions there? If not, let's move on. Firefox OS, Roland, are you going to take that too?
No.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. If not, then
we don't have any update this week. Last week.
Okay.
Michelle is on PTO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Then moving on with Thunderbird, and yeah, Roland, you're up again.
So this is my last week of Thunderbird stuff. It looks like we have some bugs that are due to this, what we call the Thunderbird menu button on the right-hand side that I'm chasing. Title bar bug on Windows Classic themes and high contrast themes. We have some bugs due to this. And there seems to be a problem with Thunderbird with multiple windows that we can't quite get steps to reproduce. So if anybody's watching this, we would love better steps to reproduce, and I will link to the bugs in the Etherpad. Thanks.
Is this only testable on early bird, or is this on actual Thunderbird?
This is release, David. So we're not sure. We're going to have a meeting at noon, and we're not sure if how major this is. We do also have some crashes, which was due to another add-on, which was called Quick Text. But that Quick Text add-on was quickly fixed by the Quick Text add-on author. But there's a whole bunch of little issues that was arising from the Thunderbird menu button on the right.
Right. Okay.
That we're going to have a quick meeting about the Thunderbird team today.
That's awesome, by the way, that the quick text bug was quickly fixed by the quick text author.
Quickly.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Roland, for the update. Moving on with metrics. So two things I want to note here. One of them is last week there was a question whether we could get stacked line graphs for the LTNN coverage, where we could actually see which part is English, which part is localization related. Yes, that is possible, and we will actually get that within the next few sprints. I can't say exactly when, depending on because this week's sprint will be very volatile, depending on how many issues we find with the mobile redesign. But yes, we will be able to do that very, very soon.
And just to be clear, since I was the one requesting it, I don't have a sense of urgency in that request. So unless other people think that it's a high priority, I would say, you know, it's fine if this takes a few weeks. Then I'm sure that we have tons of other things that are more important. But thanks for the update, and I'm excited about the possibility of getting this soon.
All right, cool. Yeah, and the other item is actually good news. We now have English-specific KB helpfulness, an English-specific KB helpfulness graph, and you can see that by going to the KB dashboard and scrolling down. It's the very last one. Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, I just have a quick question. Do we? I've been gone. The Facebook still prompting people, giving them that 3.6 article? Like I see that.
Yes.
Yeah, because we have like that, like kind of another 5% increase in helpfulness that started when they. So it looks like that's still happening. Okay, I just wanted to check.
Yeah, there is still a steady stream of users coming from Facebook. And Ibai, I had asked you last week, and I think you said it was specifically to the 3.6 article, right?
An IRC. I didn't know if you read that, but yes, it was that exact article in multiple languages. It's not only for English; it's for English and a bunch of other languages.
Oh, good, they fixed that.
They fixed it.
Yeah, that was the thing. Originally, they were only linking to the English article in all locales, and we asked them. I think I forgot who got them to change that.
I mean, it was really nice. I just contacted them over, and they fixed it right away. So it's great to see that now the traffic is going to the right place, and it's quite substantial. You can see that by having actually 5% of our helpfulness depend on that.
Yeah,
it's a lot of traffic. Okay, well, but then again, of course, Facebook is huge, so yeah.
Sorry,
makes sense.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sorry, Michael, I was trying to speak, but I'm not sure if I was getting through because I was getting latency here and delays and stuff. But you said KB dashboard.
Yes.
And I have a new awesome bar, so can someone just send me a link to that knowledge?
It is linked.
Dashboard.
That is the link that is indented, like the one below it.
Under metrics, the bottom of the metrics section.
Oh, okay. Back to the, sorry. Yeah, I wasn't even on that tab. Okay, thanks.
No problem.
No.
All right.
Sorry. No thanks yet. What do you mean? So I see the KPI dashboard, but you said KB dashboard.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't see a
It's on
link
the
to that.
next line. It says we have an English-specific KB helpfulness graph now. The next line, the link.
Why am I not seeing that? Let me reload the Etherpad.
Here,
The
I
link-
just sent it to you in IRC.
No, I don't see that in my Etherpad. I don't know if I'm looking at the wrong place.
Is everyone else seeing that, or is that just on
I
my
see it.
computer?
I just see KPI
Okay.
dashboard and then a link to that, and then the next line is saying we'll get stacked line charts for the LTN coverage within the
Yeah.
next few sprints.
And then below
Then
that,
the next line, and the
No.
line below that.
you gotta hit
Oh, the
refresh.
contributors. Oh, wow. Okay, so I just missed that because I didn't see the dashboard. I thought that was a link
Oh,
to
yeah.
the forum. Sorry.
No, it's for historic reasons. It's called contributors, but it's the
Okay.
KB
No,
dashboard.
yeah, sorry. I was confused. I did see it. It turns out.
No problem. Yeah, so right now we are looking into how fast we can actually bring this up for our localizers, and hopefully we will be able to soon add this to the localization dashboards too, so that everyone gets a sense of how helpful their own locale is, which it also depends a lot on the localization status, by the way. Yeah, so that's about metrics. Any questions for metrics? No? All right, let's move on. Community updates.
Yeah, so as many of you know, Michael, Rosanna, and myself were attending Moscap Asia last week, which was an absolutely great experience. So we will have, Michael and I will actually write a more detailed blog post on, about it. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Sorry. But just quickly, we met loads of people, and it was extremely interesting because all the Asian communities are super excited about us and about Sumo and about the Mozilla, and they want to do a lot of stuff. So it was really cool meeting all of them. So I just want to say hello to everybody there, and also everybody that has wrote to me and tweeted and added me on Facebook. I know I couldn't answer to everybody today, but I will because like loads of people. So hello to Mozilla India, Mozilla Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Nepal, Japan, China, Taiwan, and everybody else. You guys were awesome. Thank you for attending our presentations, and thank you for signing up to help with Sumo. You're absolutely great. And I'm looking forward to talking to you guys again on Twitter and Facebook and everywhere else. So yeah, we
also
will
hello
have.
from. Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I thought you were done. I was just gonna say hello from everyone who weren't able to attend. We are all happy and thankful, and wish we were there, but we can't send
Yeah,
us all.
it would be great for all the Sumo team to actually go and meet all these people because they're absolutely lovely. And yeah, once again, we will have a blog post about it. There are, Michael linked to some pictures there. So if you want to see pictures from the event, you have some stuff there. Otherwise, we will have more details there. So again, if you have any questions, particularly about Moscam that you guys want us to cover in our blog post, please let us know so we can actually write everything because we might miss stuff. And thank you once again.
And beautiful photos, Michael.
Thanks.
And thank you, Madalena. Do we have any questions for Madalena? If not, we can move on to, well, L10N, which usually is covered by Rosanna. Madalena, do you have anything to add here, or should we move on?
Kadir, maybe you guys already said this last week about the change in the way we're measuring the L10N coverage. It's now like over 80% because of the way we're measuring it.
Yeah,
did you guys already cover that last
that
week? Okay.
Yes, it's also in the notes, an
Yeah,
explanation. And
that
for
last
anyone
week.
who is wondering, there is a definition, a legend on the KPI dashboard that explains how that is being calculated. Okay.
That was like
No,
the
Whoever
sound
just
of
started their
dying.
Windows
That
computer.
was my computer restarted. Sorry.
Wow, that's like also the sound when you come to hell after you die.
Yeah, I would guess so. Okay, so if we don't have an L10N update this week, we can continue with the knowledge base.
Yep. Well, I've been gone most of the last 3 weeks, but it's time to start figuring out Firefox 18 updates, which comes out just after the new year. Yay. And as Matt said, there's a lot of stuff happening with Firefox 17. A bunch got documented. Thank you. And we just need to follow up this week and see if there's anything else to document or other changes to make. Plus, I'm sure there's lots of articles to review.
I'm sure.
Okay. Thank you for the update, Michael. And we have the support forum. Malina, any updates on the support forum?
Yeah, not really, because I was away for almost 2 weeks now. So I haven't had the chance yet to catch up with everything, but hopefully soon. There was supposed to be a SUMO day last week, but because I was away and almost everybody was away, we couldn't organize it. So sorry about that, but we will redo it again starting next week.
I did want to say,
All right.
if you look at the KPI graph, the response in 72 hours thing looks like we have leveled off, started to go back up. I mean, people have been answering some questions. We got there was a couple of 100% days in there recently.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay,
Buen
so
trabajo, muy bien. Maybe the
Almost.
grammar wasn't almost.
Okay, that's a great statement to close this meeting with. Do we have anything else that we want to talk about?
Muy bien, you mean? Probably not.
Yes, I don't know what that means. I mean, Michael's comment about that too. Okay. Yeah, seems like there's nothing else. That I would like to participating. This was a particularly quick meeting. Of course, it was a short week last week. But yeah, 24 minutes. Awesome.
Yeah, nice short meeting. So take a look at the action items. Mobile forum will be checked in tomorrow. So everyone, please check out your respective area that you're championing for, and give it a test run. Including myself, I will test the forum as a user, like I was supposed to do last week.
Remember that Thursday is KB Day. We can't remind that as enough.
Yep.
Exactly.
That is a truism. It's absolutely true. Which is not even the same thing. Anyway, have a great week. See you online.
A fantastic week.
You guys are out.
thanks everybody.